Many of you have already turned on the heat for the colder months. It is a time for higher energy costs. Joining us this morning in the sponsored segment, we welcome Brian Wheeler from Consumers Energy to talk a little bit more about things you can be doing right now to maybe ease that burden when it comes to warming up the house. Good morning to you.
It makes me cold just thinking about it, right?
I know. Well, let's talk about some practical things that people need to keep in mind in being more efficient during the winter months.
Yeah, I'm going to put you on the spot, Matt.
Oh boy.
What's the thermostat at in your house? What's the temperature right now?
Okay, well, I do like it on the cooler side, so typically probably around 68. I know people be like, oh my goodness, how do you do that?
That's
but
fair.
It works for me.
I have a friend who told me he once set his house to 55, and I thought, no, that's way too cold.
That's way more extreme. I do believe in wearing the hoodies and the socks and stuff, but that's even too cold for me.
So I'll tell you this, there is no right or wrong answer when it comes to these things, although I think 55, we all can agree, is a bit on the low side. But you have to be safe, you have to be comfortable. We want you to be warm in your own house this winter. But thinking about that temperature is a good place to start, because a little thing you may not realize, for every degree that you adjust your thermostat, so let's say you're at 68 now, you go down to 67, in a month, all things being equal, your bill should be 1 to 3% lower. So every degree translates a little bit into some energy savings, which means a lower bill. Secondly, when you think about winter, you don't want your house to work harder than it needs to. So what that means to me is make sure my furnace is getting tuned up once a year, or making sure before the winter season we're good to go. Replace those filters, particularly if you've got your furry friends, your cats, your dogs. They're shedding. Some of that fur is going to get into the filter. And what that means is your furnace isn't working as efficiently.
Yeah, it'll have to work harder.
Right, yeah, it works harder, it runs more, it costs you more. So just think about what your house has to do to make sure you're comfortable. That's an important place to start. One other great perspective I like to think about is front door of the house. If I had an 1/8 of an inch gap around the entire door, that'd be the same as if I had a softball-sized hole in the middle.
Oh, wow.
I've got a hole in the middle of my door as big as a softball. You bet I'm going to do something about that. But I think sometimes with those small little gaps and things, we don't think about that so much.
Yeah, doors, windows, look for all that stuff.
Windows, right, yeah. And that's where the cold air is seeping in or the warm air is seeping out. And then again, it's costly.
Well, we're showing some video here. It's my understanding you all have an assessment program.
We do, yeah. And so, we can talk about tips and advice. You can go to consumersenergy.com/winter to learn a little bit more. But one great program, Home Energy Analysis. We're going to come to your home if you want us to, your choice. And once we're there, we're going to walk through it. And we're going to look at the windows, we're going to look at the doors, we're going to look for those opportunities to save. There are a lot of practical things you can do today that are going to help you with your bill. And then there are some investments you can make that are going to save you more. We're going to help you think through those things a little bit. Maybe it's a matter of putting more insulation in the attic, for example. Hey, and by the way, there's a rebate that we have available for that insulation. So we're looking to give you opportunities to save money both today and for the long run.
But bottom line, all these little things that you have mentioned add up.
Absolutely. We have to run our furnaces. We have to stay warm. So that's inevitable this time of year, just like running your air conditioning in the summer can be as well. But this is where those small little things are going to add up. It's going to take your bill down a little bit. And we want you to get through the winter affordably, safely, comfortably. If you need help on top of that, if you're having struggles to pay your bill, let us know or call 211.
Yeah, there's the number on your screen as well, where you can contact consumers. Great information about conserving energy with Consumers Energy this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.